Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Viber Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Viber Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Viber Live. Still can't figure out this new StreamYard here with the settings, but it's all good. It ain't about that. It's all about the alpha. That's why we got my man Khaos Kris here. Anyone that doesn't know, 28th Wealth is where it's at.
Yes, sir. Always on the grind all the time. What's up, my brother? How you doing, dude?
Good, bro. Another day in paradise, and it just feels good, bro. Things are pumping, and the bull market is here for Pulsechain, baby.
Dude, it's crazy, man. We've been at it for 2 years. We talk almost every day on the phone, and finally, Pulsechain is going absolutely ballistic. Utility coins are doing great. H-bar's doing great. Pretty much every call we made, bro, it hit anywhere between a 10 to 50x. So it's pretty crazy.
Dude.
So what are your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, bro, it's wild, man. It feels good, bro. It's like validation now. It's like, were we crazy at first? Were we not? You know, all these altcoins we were looking at, like even Flare, bro. I've been talking about Flare now for like 4 years, since the snapshot was coming in 2020, and now to see finally 4 years later, it's pumping when there's utility behind it, not all just speculation.
Right. You know, Flare is interesting because it's got that interoperability side. XRP community's been talking about this being the one blockchain that can swap in from EVM into XRP. So we haven't seen a full bull market with Flare, and you know, it's pretty awesome to see it doing really well. I know you've been talking about it, dude. So what's your thoughts on market cap analysis? How high do you think this thing's going to run?
I mean, I don't know, bro, because it depends if how many people actually are going to take the drops. I think once once you start to see the price moving up, people are going to say, screw staking. I'm better off just holding liquid. I'm better off holding liquid. And with coin, it's just a unique coin because there's so much of the inflation to be paid to delegators, and how many people kind of got screwed out of the original airdrop, only getting 15%. So the other 85% is for the delegators and people that actually know how to go through that whole process. And I bet it's less than 10% of people that are doing it. But my gut tells me this thing is going to go to probably 5 billion, something around there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're looking at 10 to 15 billion for that coin. And you know, like I said, this is one we've been, well, most of you've been talking about, but I've been following it as well. And I think people shouldn't fade the ones that no one's talking about, because the ones that big influencers are talking about, those are typically the worst ones to get into. So that's just my thoughts on it. But yeah, man. So we got a new live stream set up. We're going to start this thing called Hello Future. As most of you guys know, there's a pretty cool crypto game show called Hello, and it's very mainstream, but we're gonna be Hello Future because we're gonna talk about the coins that are probably gonna end up on that talk show, and we're gonna do this once a week. We're gonna talk about all the small caps, all the new projects coming out, and it's gonna be a really sick live stream. So definitely really exciting stuff. So Adam, talk to us, man. What do you think we got cooking in the small cap altcoin world? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at ETH right now. That's the one thing I'm looking at. I still think Pulsechain is reliant on that, and we're still so correlated to it. And now that ETH is starting to move, we were just talking in the green room, ETH's pumping a little bit, Binance is pumping a little bit. So if we can see ETH move up to 3K, oh man, I think altcoins will have their time to shine. So I think the low caps, they all depend on it. You know, the harder ETH moves up, the more money will trickle down into these small caps. And that's where we've been loading up in the utility small caps, I think, more specifically. And these utility gems, bro, people aren't talking about them, that they're just starting right now, and we're still so early, and I'm getting it a lot. Is it worth buying? I feel like it's the top. Am I too late? And when you just zoom back in a year from now, all these entry points are going to be phenomenal.
Gotcha. So give us all right. Out of all the utility small caps, give us your one with you would say would be the best entry right now in your opinion.
So this is pretty much everything that I'm working with right now. So I'm looking at Stronghold on a dip right here, down at 00371. I like that right now. I mean, down from the top here, almost 50%. So Stronghold, if you guys haven't looked at that. But again, these are coins that might not move as hard as some of the gaming plays or some of the meme coins. So everyone's different. It depends on how bad, how much risk you're willing to take, I guess, when you're looking at these smaller cap plays. And if you're expecting like a 25x, I would move more towards something in the gaming side, maybe like a Creo, which is already for us like 12x, or maybe something like Veracity, which is another gem that I think hasn't moved at all. It's at rock bottom. It's got 15% staking, and their Veriviews technology they have, if that catches on, man, this thing could go to the firmament easily.
Yeah. So what do you like about Stronghold so much? What do you think is the number one thing that's going to really push that coin up?
The utility of it. I think when you open up Lobster Wallet and you see MoneyGram is an option right there to take money on and off with. When you install USDC, it's native from Circle, so you can swap your Stronghold, your Velo, your Relio, your Stellar into that USDC, and then withdraw it and go to any MoneyGram location and pick your money up. So we'll be able to cash out, every day if we want, and go pick up cash at your local Walmart or wherever MoneyGram is near you, and they're all around the world.
Gotcha. So Stronghold is tokenized real estate, correct?
They're I would say everything, bro. They have their payments rail, they have their ACH, they have their payments QR codes, where if you're a business and someone buys an ice cream from you, ice cream cone or whatever, and you just scan the QR code and instantly it pays for it right there. So like stuff like that, you're starting to see QR codes pop up on commercials with like DraftKings and other stuff like that. So people I think are starting to get used to scanning QR codes, and when that becomes common, everyone's using it for payments. I think that Stellar and XLM are going to be the ones that are pushed to the forefront of that industry. And I'm hearing even rumors now that XLM might be part of X's payment system.
Yeah, so I think the big point I want to get across to everybody viewing this video, so when it comes to real world assets, it's not as appealing as you see with meme coins, dexes, and all the crazy stuff that everybody blows up about. Now, what we really like about real world assets is sooner or later, the whole speculation thing is going to go away. And when that goes away, you're going to see companies come in. They're going to be like, okay, how do I put a real estate contract on the blockchain? How do I do payments from one business to another? And that's what you get with a project like Stronghold. That's what you get with XLM. That's what you get with Velo. So the one thing I want to put out there is Stronghold is not talked about anybody. Google Stronghold. You might see something from their account. But ultimately, when it comes to YouTubers and guys in crypto, you're not going to find many people. Adam's talked about it. I've talked about it. Goo God's talked about it. But outside of that, you haven't seen much. And I'll tell you one thing. Ian over at the Crypto Kings, he was talking to B Roots one day on one of his live streams, and he brought up real world assets are going to be a play in this market, but he didn't give you guys any examples, and we just gave you an example. So I guarantee you that's going to pop up somewhere very, very soon. So a little alpha right there. So cool. Now, boy, shout out to Goo Guy. He's in the chat, man. It's good to see him, man. So we got big news. We have a few H-bar gems absolutely mooning, dude. You think we pull up the chart for hash?
Yep, I was doing that right now. Yeah, hash key is just an absolute gem over here on the Stellar blockchain, and it is up now to, man, making new all-time highs. This is incredible. So Alan was requesting a 1-minute chart. So let's see if we could pull this up here for him. I don't know what's going on. We're getting wrecked here.
I like Alan, man. He's got some funny comments. My gut says Clayton will actually do something this bull run. I don't own any, won't buy any. This guy's funny.
Yeah, Alex, show me some coins I won't buy. Yeah, I hope you bought a PTGC. That did like an 85x for Mobius. Creo did a 40x right there. So $100, man, could turn into a lot. But Hash, man, this one just launched.
Yes. So check this out, guys. Hash meme coin on HBAR. What were some things that other influencers were doing? They're trying to find the most popular meme coin on every big blockchain. For example, Pulsechain is going to be Bear. Ethereum, Satellite Doge 1. The other big one on ICP is going to be Icy. And then I can't remember. There was like another big one. Well, and then we had Shiba Inu the last run. Now, HBAR is blowing up. There's coins launching left and right. There's a lot of really good stuff going on. And HBAR needs to have a supreme meme coin, which we've been looking for. Our boy Goo God in the 28th Wealth Group is a meme coin hunter. And he found this project called Hash. And what did he see with Hash? If you go and you follow the Hash Twitter account, the one thing that you will notice is there are some big HBAR influencers looking at this project. And when you got these influencers with a big following looking at the project and not shilling it really, really hard, it means they're accumulating, and sooner or later you're going to start to see some explosion behind it. So overall, in my opinion, Hash is sitting at about a 300K market cap. This thing could get up into the millions, tens of millions. I mean, I don't know about hundreds of millions, but hey, it's definitely got a shot. So overall, I think it's a really great meme coin. Adam, what's your thoughts on Hash?
Dude, yeah, I really like it. I don't know. I thought I was following him on Twitter, but I don't know where. Here we go. Hash. There it is. I swear they had a Twitter page.
Yeah, they
but
did.
I don't know if it's gone or something.
Go up to the reply. There's like one tweet that said reply to. Hash key right there. Hash key coin right there.
There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not following them. There we go. See? There you go. Alpha right here.
So go over to followers. And I can't remember who it was, but it was a couple really big accounts.
Yep. It was who was it? Who God knows it. HBAR Bull.
Yeah, HBAR Bull.
Who was it? It was man, what the hell is his name? I forget his name now.
It doesn't matter, but this guy had like, oh, wait. Go back to Mike.
Oh, it was Big Mike?
Look at, yeah, Big Mike, bro. Big Mike in Big Mike falling. What's this?
Was it Big Mike?
Never mind.
Nah, it was a Big Mike.
Was it Big Mike?
Yo, Brock, that's right. Yeah, Brock, that's right. Brock.
All right.
This guy, Brock Pierce,
yeah,
the guy from Tether.
Yeah, so here's the thing. You got a guy named Brock Pierce, big name, following the Hash account. Hash has under 2,000 followers. Wait until he does something to either talk about the project or wait until he says anything about it. You're going to see a lot of people flood in to Hash, and this could be one of the supreme meme coins in this bull run. So I got high conviction. I think it's a really great project, and I mean, there's plenty of upside, and you guys are hearing it first under a $1 million market cap. I guarantee you in a couple weeks, it's going to be a very different situation, not financial advice. So
Dude, this girl too, Lady Crypto, 423,000 followers, and she follows it too.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. So
there's some big accounts. Yeah, and this coin is what, 4 days old? 5 days old?
Yeah, it's literally 5 days old.
No, 13th. So it's three? Yeah, 3 days old.
Yeah, look at that. Dang, dude. Look at the daily already. It's like it's just straight green candles. Now, Yeah, overall, yeah, zoom out just a little bit.
Market
And
cap's
thing is looking
361K.
beautiful.
Yep,
That is pretty
it
impressive.
is. I mean, but as crazy as that looks, it's like 13x.
Man, that's
So
awesome.
that's nuts. But some of these other coins have done a lot more than that. So
Cool.
you know, I bought into it. Obviously, I bought a little more today, and yeah, we'll see.
Right. Hey, can you still hear me? I might be rugging.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. I think this my connection's bad or something. I don't know. It just keeps like flashing or something.
I got you. Yeah. So Hash, very good altcoin gem, is doing absolutely awesome, and it's really great. Now we got to talk about another altcoin gem that's doing extremely well on HBAR that you probably heard us talk about on a past live stream. The name of this project is Centex, baby. Centex has been doing crazy numbers. It's an NFT marketplace, and since we last talked about it, man, dude, I think this thing did like a 7x or something. Take a look at it.
Yeah, it did. I put it out at like 32 cents or something. Here it is, and it's at 210 right now. So it did like an 8x and it's retraced. So it's on a little dip, but I honestly think I don't know. That's the thing. You feel like it wants to come back down, but if we really get an alt season, it might just keep running, man. These things are such. It's only $2 million market cap, and it's the go-to NFT marketplace now on Hedera. So
Yeah, what's the market cap again? You said 2 million. Yeah.
yeah,
That thing, like, I think it was like a couple days ago. That thing was going up like 200%. And here's the thing: NFTs on HBAR are so much cheaper. It's only like how many? You told me the statistic. It was like a couple. It's like $100 to mint like 1,000 of them or something.
$75 for a collection, no matter how many you're minting, 10,000 or 50, doesn't matter. When you know a predetermined cost, it can be so beneficial for projects.
Gotcha. Yeah. So overall, Centex doing phenomenally well. It's definitely a sleeper gem, and it's something that what I really like to do is when you get into something like Hash and all this other stuff, when you take profit, you can send it over into projects like Centex, Sauce, whole 9 yards, and using that, you can just constantly build your bag. And basically, once those take off, they're going to be leverage plays against HBAR because the goal of this strategy is to get as much HBAR as humanly possible. So when HBAR does a run up, then you can take profit off your HBAR. So these altcoins are just like little bets. The safer bets are going to be the ones with utility. The higher risk bets are going to be the meme coins. And, meme coins, man, they absolutely run. It's absolutely sick. So, yeah, man, good stuff.
Yeah. And two, like with Hedera, man, when you can take profits into that coin, when I look and I see that they are now live with institutional staking, the biggest corporations in the world that are on the governing council are now owning and staking their Hedera. So that to me is a sign that we're probably on the right track and we're front running the right projects. And being able to have your Hedera staked, have access to it with liquid staking, just like with Saucer Swap, how you can trade your XSauce. If you stake your Hedera with Stater Labs, it's the same thing. You get HBAR X, and that's liquid. You can trade it whenever you want. So it's awesome, bro. I just see the potential. And then, what's your next coin?
Yeah, so we got Hash, we got Centex, and then the next one, this one's a sleeper, and we talked about this one. We talked about this one in the past, and I think it ran up a little bit, but it's Caxy. I'm going to tell you why Caxy is going to be a big one. You guys know DeSo, Decentralized Social Media. This decentralized social media movement is becoming much more prominent. And the reason why I'm going to tell you, the reason why this is happening is because, for example, Facebook, you got censorship. Instagram, there's censorship. YouTube, there's actually censorship, and we're on this platform. And here's the crazy part about it. Believe it or not, when you send somebody a super chat or an influencer a super chat on YouTube, they take something crazy like 12%. I messed up on the number. I told you the wrong number in the past, Adam, but they actually take 12% of all your super chats. So for every $100 you send to an influencer or a YouTuber, they're only going to get about $88. And so what Caxy is doing is they're creating a social media platform where there's no middleman when you're trying to send tips to creators and influencers. There's no crazy censorship policy that could stop you from, posting certain things. So overall, Caxy's a sleeper. We haven't seen much action on the price. And in my opinion, when we get this decentralized social media movement, there's a good chance that we're going to see an absolute explosion in the price of this token. And so Adam's got the page up. You can already see that it's really, really popular, and it's actually getting a lot of traction. So yeah, man, what's your thoughts on Caxy?
This what you just said, bro. The ability to through that app. Imagine in our Discord server when we're all talking in there, I can just text you crypto. I don't have to open up my wallet. I don't have to do anything. So inside this app here, you have your friends or whatever. So I have the app on my phone. I use it. I've just started, and I can send HBAR or other coin, USDC, all for free instantly through the app. Bro, it's just next level. And these are the things I see combined with, you just mentioned Solo, and then Spencer Dinwiddie, the other founder, was in the NBA. So being in the NBA for 10 years, you get to see, the lifestyle they live and the interaction with fans and social media. And I think he has a good idea of how to bridge that gap. So it's just like, I don't know, to me, it's a no-brainer. And yeah, bro, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man. And then we'll do one last one since we're being generous and we want you guys to do really, really well. My boy Goo God just popped one up. We got to bring up Jam.
Love it. $3 million market cap. Look at that.
Yeah, give us another breakdown on Jam again.
Jam it's for social media, for artists and musicians.
Gotcha.
And they just got $20 million from a VC fund, LDA Capital, to basically keep doing what they're doing and incentivize more people, or basically pay out more people. So you can basically buy royalties. If you start a rapping career and I'm like, yo, this guy Khaos Kris, K squared is gonna be the next Eminem. I'm telling you, we can basically start a career for you, start a whole page, and you can start rapping. And if you make it big, we get actual royalties on your career. So it's just next level, bro. Where these things can go, like, you have to think long term and where this can be in 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing. If you guys listen to rap music, I know Facing Reality, he loves rap music. That's his favorite thing. He also thinks the earth is round. But ultimately, they always talk about how they have these really greedy labels that are like middlemen between the artists. And a lot of these artists don't make that much money. And the crazy part about it is the only way the artists make money is they go on tour. They put out this music as like promotional stuff, and then they use that to get more people sell tickets on tour. So basically what Tune FM and Jam is doing is they're getting rid of record labels. They're giving the royalties and the ownership of their music to the artists so that they can go through and create music the way they want to without getting screwed over by these shady record deals and stuff like that. So overall, the biggest narrative behind this entire project is when you get someone like Snoop Dogg or someone that has a really big name tweet it out and talk about it. That's what's going to cause it to skyrocket, and that's what's going to give it a bunch of momentum going on to the future. So yeah, man, absolutely love Jam. And how high up are we? Oh god.
Yo, check it. Yeah, we're gonna fund Taylor Swift, the new up and coming artist, real estate connoisseur on the side, up and coming rapper full time now. We got Taylor Swift right out of Boston. Man, this is the stuff of, this is where you get alpha, bro, right here. I'm telling you. This thing right here, yeah, it just dipped like 40-50% because actually yesterday I sold the absolute top, and 5 minutes later I bought back like an 18% profit. So I made like, I think it was like 18,000 or 20,000 coins or something like that. Yeah, and now we are down about 45% from that top. So Jam is on a nice little dip, and these are times where these are the opportunities versus buying the FOMO.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. I love it. And I mean, to be honest, some of these I did a blind invest in. I think Jam was one of them. I didn't really dive too deep into it, but since I got into that, when you told me to look at it, dude, I'm up like a 6x right now. And I checked out my Hashpack wallet, and it's doing phenomenal. So, all these projects that have these real world utility use cases, don't listen to these influencers where they're saying utility is just a scam. Everything's still speculation. Nah, dude, utility's here, man. When you got the Bitcoin ETF approved, that's when you know that the corporations are about to come in. So, we got our next pick, man. Karate Combat. What do you think about it?
Bro, I just had to throw this up there too because this is right now you can earn free coins. Like, so once you download the wallet and you have your Karate coins, which you get through swapping through Saucer Swap up here, it's just like PulseX. I mean, honestly, same thing, same basically fork of Pancake, and they pay you. So how it works is this last one, right? There were 15 fights in this Bettis versus Henderson. So I went and I bet on, I think, 12 of them. And I won almost 40,000 Karate coins.
Wow.
And which right now is like almost a couple $100, I believe, or like $150. It's a decent amount. So if you have your bag, and the fights are awesome to watch. And the last one, they interviewed Nate Diaz there. Sugar Sean O'Malley was in the crowd. Aljamain Sterling was in the crowd. So they had some famous people there. And the Logan Paul, the Impulsive podcast, the guy that hosted with them, he was a guest host with George St. Pierre. So they're getting big people to come. And it solves how you were talking about with Tune FM with that with the artists not getting paid what they're worth. It's the same thing in fighting. The UFC fighters aren't getting what they're paid. So in karate, you can solve that because, okay, we want to get this fighter paid more. All right, well, we know the loser gets 10% of the prize pool that people bet. We just need to get 5 of our friends on board to bet more. And that way, a guaranteed slice is going to the fighters. And what a way to literally have these guys fighting for hundreds of thousands of dollars through karate coins when they go up in the bull market. And how is that not going to pull UFC fighters or have them at least look at karate when the purses are astronomical? And like, bro, it's next level thinking. And there's a lot of problems with the UFC, and this solves all of them, from being a little bit less violent, where you only get 5 seconds of the ground and pound. You can't just be on top throwing elbows for an entire round, just destroying someone. So it's a little less violent, more family friendly. And the way it's community ran, they have a new president that just took over, like through the partners with the foundation. Like, they have everything going for them. You don't get George St. Pierre, one of the best fighters in UFC history, to come announce some like stupid event that's going to just be a smear in his career. Oh, remember when he hosted this event and it was just a disaster? No, this thing is heading in the right level. I've been betting and paying attention to fights since August or July, I mean. And in the 6 months, the progress that they've made since this fight here, Scrivers and this dude, it was awesome, bro. And just seeing it firsthand, I now have the confidence in it, and I'd be shocked if this thing doesn't do phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about this in the last one, and I think that this could be a UFC competitor. I also think that we could see some big names start getting on board. And I also think that Ian from the Crypto Kings podcast needs to jump on this thing and get in, because he'd be like a crypto guy in a pro fighting sports crypto based event. And I think that would be absolutely crazy and awesome. Oh, it looks like Ben Armstrong is trash talking the entire world and hyping.
Yeah, bro, he was supposed to fight in Vegas. There was supposed to be like a celebrity event, but I guess they bumped it back and it wasn't happening. But they were actually talking about BitBoy getting in the ring, so he was calling people out to fight him. So I'm telling you, bro, all it takes is something like that, where BitBoy gets in there. How many people would like pay or join this to see him get knocked out?
I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, man. Well,
so hey, it's a gem, bro.
Yeah, it's a gem. Hey, well, we covered a lot of gems for this first part. You think I should? Oh, you want to go over Alien?
I was just bringing it up, bro, because you can't forget to sleep on the Alien. This thing has pumped up massively today. We saw PTGC make a new all-time high, I believe today or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Was it today? Oh, no, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit.
So but I'm on the 5 minute.
Yeah, hit the 4 hourly. I think it was today.
Yeah, this was today. Yeah, bro. It was actually like a couple hours ago. So shout out, Coach. PTGC is pumping like hell, and then we got Alien, man, up 64%. And Goo God said he's gonna get the degenerates looking at it. So
so here's the thing about go back to PTGC. So here's the thing about PTGC I want to point out to you guys. Now, PTGC creates this massive price floor. And what this price floor does is, as you have burnt liquidity, where you have like PTGC paired up with Rat Pulse, you get a bunch of swaps and transactions going through it. And that liquidity earns fees over time. So then it actually gets bigger, bigger, and bigger. And it creates something called price floor, where it's very difficult for the price to fall below a certain level. Now, what we're seeing with PTGC was we had a massive correction in the past, if you go a little further back. And after that correction, we started scaling back up again. And now that we're scaling back up again, you're starting to see that floor elevate, and the system's working. Essentially, the best way to think of PTGC right now, it was originally a meme coin, but has a lot more utility. You got the liquidity pools that add that atropa side to it. And then also you have it as a tax token. So if you decide to stake your PTGC, you can earn PTGC tokens. You also earn reflections, and also a portion of it is burnt and sent to a DAO. So it's got everything you want, man. And it's also at like a $6 million market cap. So overall, really, really great stuff. If you go to the top of that page,
I don't know why it's like frozen. There we go.
So if you go to the top, to the statistics, so at the top, you see TGC's stats at the very top.
Oh yeah, the new tab. That's right. I forgot about the new tab. Wow, this looks good.
Yeah, so at the top right corner right there. So scroll up a little bit. So you see that floor right there, floor raising. So you see it looks like a line going up and to the right there. That's that price floor I was telling you about the amount of tokens that were burnt and also in burnt liquidity pools. And you're going to see that thing gradually increase over time. And that's part of the reason why we're having an insane price action for a tax token. And typically tax tokens have a lot of low volume. This has high volume, dude. So,
bro, look at this. So we're projecting the next 6 months to burn almost 23% of the supply. So we're going to burn almost 33% of it by 9 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. 22% is insane. And then on top of that, with that price floor and things stabilizing, we're going to see Pulsechain increase in volume. And with that increase in volume, there's a good chance that we actually might hold up that 22% burn. Now, going over to Alien real quick. So here's where Alien comes into this. So this is a community token. It's a phenomenal project. And basically what they have is a tax system where you have something called multiplier tokens. And 808, Liquid, Burn are all tokens that are used to support the price appreciation of PTGC. And all it is just a burnt liquidity. Go ahead.
No, my bad, bro. I turned my phone on because it's going crazy, and it was on. Opened up the YouTube channel.
Gotcha. So the big point is those tokens are paired up with PTGC, and what they do is they incentivize more trade arbitrage bots between the pools to trade back and forth to generate volume. Now, what Alien does is it has a thick LP between PTGC and Alien. And what's really great is if you hold the token, you earn all those tokens across the board. and all those tokens are also reflection tokens as well. So you're making like exponential passive income by just holding the alien token in and of itself. So overall, I think it's a great token. I think what was the market cap, like 50K right now?
No, 100. Where's
All right.
100?
So the market cap.
88.
So the market cap's at 88K. That's actually one of my favorite numbers. I love it when you see 2.8s. And
Yeah.
the thing is, this type of token has potential to run up to the millions a market cap. So if it gets up to 880, that's a 10x. If it gets up to 8.8 million, which is reasonable, that's 100x. So I like the small cap gems. I think those are the best plays. The more upside, higher risk, high reward. That's what I'm all about. What do you think about Alien, man?
Yeah, bro, 100%. I love it. And it just every day, like every week I notice, I'm like, man, where did some of this 808 or where'd that liquid come from? Like, I just constantly forget. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it comes from Alien. It comes from Alien because you just keep, from holding it. And especially, I have a wallet where I took some LP out and it was like, I forgot to add the other token, so couldn't see them in my MetaMask or PulseX. So I just had like Hex and Alien and PulseX in there, and I added the other coins, and the amount that I had in there, I was shocked that it was substantial. After it was like almost 3 months from holding it, but still, it's just passive income, and like with the reflections coins too on Pulsechain, it's a great way to earn passive income.
Right. I got you. Yeah, no, I think it's awesome, and I think it's really, really great, and it does have potential. And then Goo God said Alien has 31K in the V1 LP and only 100K in market cap. Oh, okay. So you're talking about the liquidity, you're talking about the market cap. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty thick in my opinion for a was it like a 100K market cap token. So
Yeah.
definitely
Yep.
definitely good stuff. Cool.
Because look at
So
Teddy, bro. Teddy's got 300K in liquidity, and the market cap's 21.8. So
yeah, it's pretty thick. So it's good stuff. So yeah, man. So should I go through that new? What's coming up?
yeah, let's go.
All that good stuff. All right, cool. So just breaking down what we're looking at overall right now, this time in the market, we've been mainly focused on what's already been out there. Now, the big thing that we're trying to take a look at is essentially what projects are going to be coming down the road. And based on what I've been researching, I've been diving really, really deep into something called layer 2 scaling solutions for the Bitcoin blockchain. And the reason why I'm really big on layer 2 scaling solutions for the Bitcoin blockchain is because right now there's not much utility with Bitcoin. You can send, you can receive, you can do all that stuff. But the thing is, with the introduction of layer 2 scaling solutions, this is going to be like the Ethereum version on the Bitcoin blockchain. And something really interesting that I came across is there's this project called Satoshi VM, which I popped up here on the screen. And basically, what Satoshi VM is, it's going to be the first layer 2 scaling solution rollup for the Bitcoin blockchain. And it's actually launching this Friday. Wait, the 19th is Friday, all right? Yes. So it's actually going to be launching this Friday on bounce.finance. And the reason why I really like these layer 2 scaling solutions from an investment perspective is because what we're going to start to see is the build out of Bitcoin DeFi. We saw BRC20s do really, really well. We saw all the crazy meme coins going. I know you guys have been in Satoshis, but now with this layer 2 scaling solution, we're going to have a Uniswap on Satoshi VM. We're going to have a DEX. We're going to have games. We're going to have every single thing that you can possibly think of. And I think I'll here, let me get a chart to draw this out, how this works out, just so it's easier to understand. 1 second. I'm going to draw a nice little pretty Picasso. Hey, shout out to Abbott. He's in the chat. All right, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do a quick screen share, my man. Let's do present screen, and let's do this. All right. So I just did a screen share real quick. All right. So the best way to think about how the layer 2 scaling solution works is, so essentially where you're going to have is the Bitcoin blockchain, and you have these little nodes right here that sit here all across, and there's probably, I think, like 64 of them. And so what they do is you have like a block that comes in, which is a certain amount of transactions. And so they sit there and they say yes or no to each transaction, and then it just keeps moving down the line. Now, how the layer 2 scaling solution works is it basically plugs directly into the Bitcoin blockchain. So if I come over here and I draw the BTC, you basically have the Bitcoin blockchain, and I think it was like 7 transactions per second or something like that. And so you have this outside chain called Satoshi VM. And so what Satoshi VM will do is they're going to bundle up a bunch of these transactions into one single transaction, and then they're going to submit it into the Bitcoin blockchain to be approved. And then once it goes through the Bitcoin blockchain, it comes back to the Satoshi layer 2 scaling solution, and the transaction goes through. So basically what the Satoshi VM is doing is they're using the security of Bitcoin, but they're also using the scalability of a side chain. So basically, the best way to think about it is like an external hard drive for your computer. And so the reason why I really, really like this is we're going to see DeFi pop up on here. We're going to see memes. We're going to see meme coins. We're going to see every single thing. So Satoshi VM is going to be, let me share my other screen real quick. Present. All right, last screen share will be good. So Satoshi VM, this is going to be the first one of a kind of a layer 2 scaling solution to launch. And when this launches, you're going to see a new narrative. Now, some things that I like about Satoshi VM. Number one, they're going through the bounce launch pad. If you're in the US, you can't use it, but if you want to get in the pre-sale, you'll have to use a VPN. And then also number two, they're already doing partnerships to bring over BRC20s and inscriptions onto the Satoshi VM layer 2 scaling solution blockchain. So overall, based off of this information, you can already see that the BRC20s that were on Bitcoin that were slowing up the blockchain, they have a new home. And if you want to go and purchase these on a layer 2 scaling solution for Bitcoin, save a little save in the gas fees and also save some time in the transaction approval time, this is going to be your one opportunity. And the reason why I'm talking about this right now is because when me and Adam and everyone else in the 28th Wealth Group were discussing it, right after that, we had Ivan on Tech bringing it up. Right after that, we had Crypto God John. People are already looking at it. And if you guys put this on your radar, overall, you're going to be set up for a really great bull market. Adam, you got any thoughts on Satoshi VM?
Bro, I love it. I see the problem that the ordinals were creating with Bitcoin. It was so expensive to just do sends. It was clogging up the network, and basically, I don't think BlackRock, these new guys, can't come in and have the network just be overflowing. And whether they were going to increase the block size, whether they were going to ban ordinals, like this was becoming a big problem. And to see that, I would imagine they're going to just shift all ordinals through this DEX or whatever, all of them. I just don't think they're going to be on the main blocks anymore. And this is what you want to see. This is progression. This is how crypto advances, and you want to try to front run these narratives. And this could obviously fail and be a dud, but we've had a pretty good track record so far. And this just, again, checks all those boxes where you have a problem on Bitcoin and a clear problem. And now this is a potential solution.
Right, man. No, you said awesome. And, and when it comes to these narratives and opportunity, this is going to be one of your few opportunities to get in on. It's basically the same opportunity to get on like a meme coin at the beginning, or to get on Uniswap or Ethereum before they had like another DeFi summer, or get on HBAR before we saw this HBAR stuff we've been talking about. This is your next opportunity, because I guarantee you there's going to be a main DEX. There's going to be some meme coin that everybody absolutely loves, and then the main token on Satoshi VM. it's going to be a slam dunk. Now, there's actually more. Believe it or not, there's some competition as well with Satoshi VM. This is what's so awesome. There's another project that's also launching a layer 2 scaling solution. It's called Bitsquare Network. And Bitsquare Network is very similar to Satoshi VM, except the only thing different is the infrastructure that's being built on top of Bitsquare Network. Now, one thing that I really, really like about Bitsquare Network, it's a layer 2 scaling solution. And the one wallet they actually did an integration with is Unisat. And if you guys are in BRC20's land, basically, if you own a BRC20, you have to have Unisat wallet. And then there's also different variations. So if you have a BRC20 and you want to go over to Bitsquare Network, you can easily go from transfer from Unisat straight to the Bitsquare Network. Now, the next thing that I really like about Bitsquare Network, they're launching a grants program. If you're a DEX, if you're an Oracle, if you're a game, if you're a stable coin, you can actually go through the Bitsquare Network, get a grant to build on top of this blockchain. So, long story short, the reason why I really, really like Bitsquare Network is they're putting up money to assist developers to basically build on their blockchain. It's very similar with what we see with the Ethereum Foundation. I've seen it with the Layer 1X blockchain that's been funding developers to build on top of their chain. It's a very, very common approach when it comes to innovating building for layer ones. Now, the last thing, and this is huge for the Bitsquare Network that nobody's talking about, that I'm going to tell you here on Hello Future, and it's probably going to be on a lot of big channels after we put this out there. Bitsquare Network is getting stable coins. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Bitsquare Network is getting stable coins. Why is that important? The reason why that is important is now you don't have to send your Bitcoin to an exchange, a centralized exchange. You don't have to do an OTC deal unless you're like a big whale. You can actually swap your Bitcoin for a stable coin and keep it on the blockchain and not have to convert back to fiat currency. That means when it comes to Bitcoin and people taking profit, there's a good chance that they're not going to take profit through a centralized exchange. They're going to do it on these layer 2 scaling solutions. And these layer 2 scaling solutions are basically going to receive a mass amount of volume and total value locked from the Bitcoin being transferred onto them. And so part of the reason why I'm extremely bullish is Bitsquare Network is getting Tether and they're also getting USDC. I absolutely love it, dude. And you can also send Bitcoin for like a tenth. Well, I think the gas fee is going to be like a tenth of the gas fee in the middle of the bull market. So overall, it's really great. Adam, what's your thoughts on Bitsquare Network, my man?
Dude, that sounds really cool. Like just the fact that stable coins are coming, that's massive. You know, I think the future is obviously keeping your money on chain, lending it out, cross chain stuff, interoperability. And this gives you just so many more options with Bitcoin, and it reduces friction with you having to move it to exchanges. You could do it all there. I love it, and this is what we're for here, digging up these gems. And like I'm necessarily, if anything, I might go into one out of two of these. I'll look at both of them and maybe pick one of them. I don't know which one, but just knowing about them and knowing the technology that's coming and seeing the potential problem of the network getting clogged up is being fixed right here. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And hey, you also brought a really great point. You know, the reason why I brought up both of these and I want to tell you guys about is you don't have to get both of them because it's the same narrative. So they're going to run very quickly. One might go a little bit higher than the other. But the main point I'm trying to get across is Satoshi VM is going to be the first one to launch, and they're going to beat Bitsquare Network to market. So they might have a first mover advantage, but Bitsquare is developing more infrastructure for their layer 2 scaling solution, and they have more partnerships. They're getting into the stablecoin. So overall, you know, at this point, you should pick one or the other and stick with it. And I think everybody should, not financial advice, consider researching and maybe getting a decent position in these when they launch, because it's going to be a big narrative. And I guarantee you in 2 months, we're going to be sitting here talking about altcoins on either Satoshi VM or Bitsquare Network and the moves that we're making. So that's all I have for layer 2 scaling solutions, man. So
No, that's good stuff, because now I think too, Bitcoin, we know it's over with now. It's no longer decentralized. It's now like it's TradFi crypto. That's going to be the stigma on it. And people, I think, are going to say, "Oh yeah, well, guess what? There's actually DeFi on Bitcoin if you use the L2s. It's actually real DeFi. It's actually DeFi on Bitcoin. So it's not centralized. Grayscale can't use these L2s. BlackRock can't touch these L2s. So I could see them kind of pushing these as this is now kind of what Bitcoin was meant to be.
yeah, absolutely, man. And the crazy part about this is the maxis on Bitcoin. They're all talking about these side chains, layer 2s that plug into Bitcoin. That's going to bring all the stuff that they want. And now it's here. They've been talking about this stuff for years, and and don't get me wrong, I'm all about Pulsechain and Hedera and all these other cool blockchains, but what I see here is an opportunity, and being an opportunist in crypto is the strongest thing you can do. And when you see this opportunity, you can definitely make a pretty good return on it. And that's how I see it. And I think this narrative is going to explode Bitcoin. And if we get layer 2 scaling solutions on top of Bitcoin, we might actually exceed the all-time Bitcoin high that everyone thinks it is. Everyone's thinking like 120K. If this utility gets added, dude, this thing could get up. This thing could easily bring the top of Bitcoin to like 200K, just because there's value behind the network now. So that's my overall thoughts on that. So,
and utility, again, it just shows you that it does matter. And as much as no one wants to talk about it because it's boring and it's a long, drawn-out process, but eventually you get to that turning point where it does matter, and we're clearly seeing it now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think seeing the roll out this new narrative is really, really cool, and definitely excited to see what else we get going on in the future. So good stuff. Oh, can you see me?
Oh no, we're yeah, dude, we're just down in the bottom there. See, now we're up in the top. Now we're a little bigger.
I got you, man. But yeah, man. But look, man, we went through a lot of really great gems. We went through was it Stronghold? We hit Hash, we hit Centex, Caxy, Karate, and then we hit some Bitcoin layer 2 scaling solutions. So out of this whole list, man, what do you think is going to be the biggest sleeper out of all the stuff we covered today?
Karate. My gut just tells me Karate, bro. I really think so.
Yeah. You think they give UFC a run for their money?
Yeah, I do, bro. I really do. You hear about the fighter pay stuff all the time. It's just like the same things, and no one that has came before has had that I could see be like, these guys have everything going for them that could potentially be bigger. This is the first, competition to them that's doing something different and using, Web3 and crypto and all of it together.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, so overall, really good stuff. We gave you guys some altcoin gems, and when we come back here, we revisit this video. There might be I told you so that these were the picks to make, because these are the projects nobody's talking about, and sooner or later you're going to see big influencers talking about, oh my gosh, there's this thing called Stronghold with payment solutions and real estate, or oh my gosh, there's this thing called Karate Combat that's going to compete with UFC, or oh my gosh, Bitcoin has dexes and layer and utility built on top of it. Why has nobody ever talked about this? Yada yada yada. Well, guess what? You heard it here first. So definitely want to put that out there.
Everyone that thinks too, like we didn't even talk about Dragon X or Hyper or titanX. Like there's just so much going on, and we're crushing so hard we don't even have time for it.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing a titanX stream later on and get into Dragon X and all this stuff. But right now there's a lot of green candles. There's a lot of projects doing really, really well, and sometimes you got to focus on the things that are exploding. And I do think that titanX is going to have a crazy bull run, and exciting to see the ecosystem play out. I mean, what do you think about titanX right now?
I love Dragon X and Hyper. I think this is perfect, and it just shows that I think Jake, it exceeded expectations at launch, and this gives him the ability to kind of step back, rethink things, and maybe adjust, or just if he sees a better opportunity or a better way of doing things, he can now do that. And I like the idea of only doing staked at first and then your liquid supply with Hyper.
Right. AK Slayer, we met you rugged in a little bit.
Yeah. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's mine, you.
Yeah. Well, it might be me. I have bad Wi-Fi, but yeah, man, I'm definitely really excited. titanX is doing well. Pulsechain is doing well. Hex is killing it. Everyone's going crazy about incentive token, which I get incentive tokens like a sleeper, but I don't know, man. We just haven't really gotten that utility behind it, so it's very hard for me to get behind. But I mean, if it makes money, it makes sense, and it is up like, was it 200% right now?
Yeah. I mean, it was great at the beginning when we were farming the Pulse and PulseX, and it was worth 80, 70, 60 bucks, but I pulled it at $5, and then I added more at like $1.70, and when it dropped down to $1, it pumped like $1.15. I got out, and I'm glad I did, because like PTGC and some of these other altcoins, I just could not justify holding incentive versus those PDI, Atropa, Teddy. Look at those things mooning. So holding ink right now versus those, it's tough.
Yeah. I think now that we're seeing volume on the chain, it might make sense to maybe throw like $100 at it and just see what's up and see how much pulse you can get out of it. I mean, there is talk of the incentive token being the DAO governance token. Oh, actually, wait, no, I need to talk about this. All right, this is actually big. This is also me with my Nago Bow crystal ball, about to make a prediction. I predict, so we got factions on the Pulsechain. So we got the Tang Gang, we got the PDI crew, we got the Maxis, we got the Pulsechain frat, like Fiat, and who else was that? Power City and Liquid Loans and all of them. And then you kind of got like all the other altcoins that, try not to be in groups or whatever. And then you got the degens. What I predict between the four main groups is there's going to be a huge battle to buy as much incentive token as possible so that they can get a vote on the DAO governance board if the incentive token is going to be the DAO governance token. And out of that, what you're going to see is a huge competition to put their favorite tokens in the PulseX yield farm. So, for example, like somebody from the Tang Gang might say, all right, we want a wrap Pulse HOA pool to yield farm for the incentive token. And so people are just going to buy up incentive token, try to vote for it. And there's going to be a huge competition between all four factions. What do you think?
I love it, dude. Now I'm getting FOMO for the ink token again. This is great, bro. This is why you love crypto.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. And look. I'll say one thing. I'm not really big into being a maxi or being one part of a project. I know you're the same way. That's why we click so well, because we got the same thinking. But I got a lot of love for the PDI community. That's kind of my peoples. And when it comes to that, I already see Hodlnomics talking about it. He's like, bro, guys, start buying the incentive token. It's going to be a DAO governance token. So my prediction, we might see a massive run up on the incentive token, maybe to like $10 or something crazy. Just blow your freaking mind away if this like actually comes to fruition. So yeah, man, you hear it first. My Nagabo crystal ball told me so.
That's wild, and this is a great spot to end it because I actually got to go buy some ink right now. I'm not missing out on this potential run that may or may not come. And if it dumps down, whatever. That's why you buy what you can afford to lose. So I'll buy like $100 of ink, and then just to say, I had it. And if it does make that move, you don't say, "Oh God," and it just like you had that horrible feeling that you missed out, or you're, "Oh, why didn't I do that?" So just buying a little bit of it, just for like your sanity, can help.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with throwing $100 in, and look, at the end of the day, incentive token's going to do its thing, man. But yeah. Overall, man, that's all I got for the live stream. You got anything else to talk about?
That's it, Red. We'll see you at the firmament.
Yes, sir. We're going to the firmament. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. Follow my boy Adam. Follow me, and consider checking out the 28th Wealth Group because we talk about this stuff all the time.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, you know what to do. You got all that alpha. Go make those moves, and we'll catch you soon.